Reimagine Rural, Part 1. What have you been doing in rural Africa? There are young entrepreneurs and thinkers who are beginning to reimagine rural. They are thinking of entrepreneurial solutions that could improve the lives of millions of people who live throughout the African continent, far from urban centers. Many of these ideas will help draw investments and resources and may even stimulate national economic development by creating demand for locally manufactured products, such as cement and roofing materials. Bringing innovative ideas to rural areas is one of the key frontiers of African entrepreneurship. We need to move on from the only source of employment being rural stores, butchers, and grinding mills. Armed with our degrees and diplomas, we need to find new ways to bring commerce into our hinterlands that will help make them thrive. We need fresh ideas for tackling problems that have long been ignored by policymakers and entrepreneurs. China and India are beginning to take the bull by the horns and getting smart entrepreneurs to focus on rural businesses with stunning results. I follow them both very closely. Israel is probably the world's leader when it comes to using rural entrepreneurship as a platform for national development. It is virtually impossible to tackle unemployment if we cannot reimagine rural. If we do not reimagine rural, we will just end up with ever-growing urban slums and despair amongst the youth who have fled to the cities seeking non-existent jobs. I'm intrigued with the idea that one can even make millions of dollars through ventures that are directed entirely at rural consumers, as well as through innovative new local partnerships. I might not be the only one thinking about this. What are you thinking about? Rural agriculture, e.g. production, disposal, preservation, processing, and marketing. Rural banking, rural communications, rural education, rural health, rural industries, rural land, rural nutrition, rural power, rural sanitation, rural service delivery, rural support services, local research and development, rural tourism, rural trading, rural transport, rural water. These are just some general categories you all know about, but as an entrepreneur, what do you see? What do you hear? I would love to hear your success stories, large or small. Let's talk. I'm listening. Maybe I can invest in what you're doing. What have you been doing so far in rural Africa as an entrepreneur? I want to buy eggs. To be continued.